The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Comedian Claire Hooper was in yesterday and she was talking to us about how she's undergoing renovations at the moment.
Yep.
And then she said something and we were like, does this really happen? So have a listen.
We're so desperate to impress our builder that we act super cool because we don't want him to, you know,
Be
we
cool.
want him to.
Oh, yeah, we get it.
We want him to like us so he doesn't build hate rubbish into the walls. So every time he gives us bad news, it's just like,
that's fine.
hey, we found a 40-centimetre concrete slab in the subfloor. And we're like, cool, that's cool, great. Please don't put bodies under the floorboards.
Yeah. And it's interesting, isn't it? Because Claire was suggesting that it would be common practice that if you do have a stoush with a builder, the day they're putting in your wall insulation could also be the day that they put in a couple of powerful egg sandwiches.
Right.
That over time will cause a problem.
When you're dealing with the bigger builders in Perth, and they're the ones who they don't do the work necessarily on the house, the trade's the one you need to suck up.
Yeah,
suck
no,
up with.
she's talking to the guy that's doing the work. That's what she's talking about.
It's the builder. He's going to have all those trades, so you need to be really sucking up to them. They're the ones you really need to look after.
I would say be nice to everyone.
Yeah, but sometimes the situation doesn't warrant niceness. Sometimes you have to have an argument, and then are you going to, get punished because of that? Remember when they were building the tunnel, the Polypharma tunnel? Did you hear the rumour that was going on? It was rife at the time that apparently, because there was some stop work stuff that was happening at that time, and the workers were getting upset about something, so there was a rumour going around that one of the workers, it's so fake when you think of it, threw their helmet into some wet concrete and that was going to stuff up the structural integrity of one of the panels in the wall.
And the whole thing's going to collapse at any time.
And I went, I don't know,
so you don't want to drive
someone that's upset
Well, there was
would risk a tunnel collapse.
I know.
If that was really what would happen.
Yeah, but they never drive through it. There was that, the massive Taj Mahal that was being built in Dalkeith.
Yep.
From that Indian billionaire couple that went bust, and then the whole thing sat there for ages.
Fertilizer plant.
Yeah, that's right. So apparently the story was that they were the wife rabid vegetarian. So she had vegetarian, vegan restaurants all around.
Vegetarian.
I
love that.
She had vegetarian restaurants around the world and in London and stuff, and she banned any of the workers from eating meat on site. Then apparently they would put mix it into the concrete. So that then it was because she was so mean to them and trying to control them. It's like we can have a bologna sandwich. Settle down, lady.
The first person who decided to do that to the mixer and chuck a leg of ham in there or something.
You think it'd be mince would be the best, wouldn't it?
Oh, that'd be good. That would be the funniest day.
I know. Yeah, when you're flicking bologna in there for sure.
Until you've laid the concrete, and then overnight, just a sausage just comes up.
Exactly.
It's a sausage. It looks like the ground's got a skippy.
Now I don't know if it's true. Perhaps somebody who worked on that site can tell us, but I like to think it's true.
It's the over-conversation, which I just love. I think it is so funny.
So being super nice to somebody.
Whenever I have gotten a trade or people to come and do something physical for me, so like say moving house, I've moved place a few times, and this is ridiculous. I pay the top quality. I'll go for the top removal companies because I want to do nothing.
Yeah, that's right. Stand back and just drive to the new place and wait for your stuff to be delivered.
Every time I have paid for this top-class service, I am trying to win them over, and I end up moving my furniture with them. It is insane. And
so
as
you're
I'm going
physically
upstairs with a fridge, I'm going, what am I doing?
Exactly.
That's what you're
carrying
paying
a piano every time is very difficult.
I've got to get rid of it. I've got to get rid of that Grandmaster. It just, you know what? It doesn't warrant the space when all I can play is chopsticks. So we want to talk about two things right now, right? We want to talk about, what did she call it? Tradie revenge? What was it? No?
Hate trash.
Hate trash.
Hate trash.
The whole idea of hate trash. Do people put things in things if they have been displeased over a situation?
Or in some way sabotage what they're working on.
So we'd like to talk about that. And then also, we'd also like to talk about overcompensation.
Overcompensating,
Yes.
So you paid someone, so you've paid a worker to come around, and for some reason you were waiting on them hand and foot because you want them to like you.
Or like Megan cleaning the house to within an inch of itself before the cleaner arrives.
He's coming tomorrow, Mike, and the house will be spotless.
Mike's the best preserved cleaner ever because he's never had to do anything.
We're going to be giving somebody a $300 voucher to spend at Oakover Grounds. You can experience the finest offerings in WA's best backyard. Book at oakoverwines.com.au.
All right. right. So, tradies, have you exacted revenge on somebody who wasn't nice to you?
Yeah.
And as a result, people, are you really nice to the people that do work for you? Like, too nice,
Yes.
overcompensating massively. Sue's in Freo. Hello.
Good morning.
Hey,
Sue, what have you got for us?
We built a house about 10 years ago. Every morning I'd take morning tea, smoko for my tradies. And if the tradies were there for the whole week, they'd get a 6-pack on the Friday afternoon.
Yeah,
that's
It adds
good.
a bit to the cost of their bill, doesn't it?
I always used to think when we were bringing the Terps around that how these bastards got to drive home.
So as Nat said there, so there is a cost, but do the benefits outweigh the cost, what you get back in return?
I think so. We actually had some of the tradies turn up on the weekend just to finish the job.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
so this is the thing, isn't it?
And the builder actually gave us access to start putting in like the lawn and the backyard garden and stuff.
Yeah.
So when we did move in, it wasn't just a sandpit.
Oh, that's good.
I reckon it.
It paid.
Yes,
You know what it
paves
is?
the way.
If I was a tradie, right, I would get really excited if the person's house that I was working on, if they walked out with a tray of sandwiches.
Yeah.
Just imagine that tray of sandwiches. So we've got
Just
some
the
egg,
simple
we've got some
things,
ham,
isn't
we've
it?
got some, you know what I mean? Because when someone just gives you a sandwich you haven't made by yourself, isn't it great?
You do love a sandwich.
I love a sandwich.
Yeah, more than most.
Thanks, Sue. Great chat, everyone. Lawrence is in Balcatta. Hello.
Good morning. How are we doing?
Good,
What
now,
we're doing,
Lawrence,
Good, Lawrence.
You've got the tradie side of this. We're very intrigued to talk to you. What have you got for us?
Yeah, so I did, as you can tell by my accent, I'm from Dublin, Ireland, so I did my apprenticeship there.
Yeah.
And I remember going to a house, it's a rich suburb in Dublin, and the lady was a nightmare, like from start to finish. What time are you getting here? Wipe your feet. I said to her, can I use your toilet? She goes, absolutely not. You can go down to the pub. Oh, yeah, she was.
Yeah.
But were you planning on laying some cable in the toilet or what?
No, I was going to check the plumbing because I was a plumber.
All right, so she sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. She was a bleeding nightmare. So, long story short, my boss says to me on the last day, he goes, just pack everything up, put it into the van. And I says, yeah, no dramas. So did that, and 5 minutes later he comes into the van, and, you know, we're driving down the road, and he's just laughing, just giggling to himself like a little child. And I was like, what are you laughing at? And he goes, I got her good. And I was like, what did you do? And he goes, look down at my feet. And I was like, okay. So we pulled up the legs of his trousers.
Yeah.
And he'd one sock on. And I was like, where's your other sock? He goes, I had to wipe my arse some way.
And then what did he do with it? Where did he put it?
Just in the dunny.
The sock go.
No, he went up into the attic to do it, left it there, so it'll be nice and fermented, and she wouldn't know where the smell was coming from.
Oh, hey, that's good.
See, be nice to your tradies. There's the lesson there.
Absolutely.
Don't
yeah.
be a nightmare.
And he just didn't. No, don't be. Yeah. There you go.
You know,
Lawrence, it's a cautionary tale.
You
Exactly.
can do whatever you like.
And did.
You can do
And
whatever you
did.
like.
Yeah.
Backing one out on the roof there, Nath.
Wow.
Thank you, Lawrence.
I wouldn't
It's an
have
eye-opener.
just put it in the attic, though. I would have put it in the air conditioning.
Right, I get it.
Oh,
yeah.
Dublin, though, they mightn't
They
have had
might
it.
not.
Yeah,
Or the heating, that would have really...
Yeah, the heating would have really
the
put it on.
heating.
That's nasty.
Anyway, that's why Lawrence had to leave Ireland.
Yeah, clearly.
Ruby's in East Freo. Morning, Rubes.
Morning.
Hey, Ruby.
Hey, Ruby. What have you got for us?
So it's not a tradie, but my grandma actually cooks sweets and treats for all of her doctors. So whenever she goes for an appointment, she takes a little tray of goodies
Smart.
with her.
Smart,
That
because
is
this is
so
what happens,
nice.
right? So normally you ring up the doctor and say, I need to see a doctor, and they're like, we haven't got anything till Thursday week.
Yeah.
They will find a spot for her, guaranteed.
Yeah. Or to be honest, the
Right?
doctor's office will probably cold call her and say,
Yes.
are you
You
sick
need to
today?
come in.
Because I forgot my lunch.
We don't have any morning tea.
So what's some of the things on the menu?
It's mostly, so she makes baklava.
oh, yum.
Yes.
So she takes that all the time, but it's actually got to a point where some of the doctors have started cooking in return for her. So there's a little trade system going on.
That is so good, Ruby.
That is so good and so smart.
And what are the benefits? Like Natalie was saying, you know, they might
Yeah.
like get
They
her in on
find
a
you a
last
spot.
minute appointment.
Yep.
But what is she reaping from this relationship?
Well, I reckon Natalie's spot on. I reckon when she needs an appointment, they fit her straight in.
Yeah.
But we also reap the benefits because we get some yummy stuff from the doctors that cook for her as well.
What is the doctor's cooking like?
Very good.
Yeah?
Very good. We had some curry puffs the other week.
Oh, lovely.
Yum.
Curry puffs. Interesting.
Yum.
Yeah. Very
I love
good.
that a doctor is at home cooking
making
curry
curry puffs to give to one of the patients.
It's really nice.
Yeah,
That's a beautiful
but whenever
exchange.
Whenever we go to Grandma's as well, we know there's an appointment because there's always treats that have been cooked. So,
And so you're like, oh, you okay, Grandma? Obviously you have to go to the doctor, but she's not too sick to knock out a whole tray of baklava.
Yeah.
I reckon you should cook for us more often now, like bake for us like that. That'd be lovely.
That's a bit sexist.
Why?
Why don't you want Nathan to cook for you? Because you opened your mouth.
Because you're good at it.
I am good
I'm
at
not
it.
saying Nathan's
but
not.
I
I'm
don't
just
think you
saying it
deserve
is.
it. And
that's why you get this treatment from us
you've
too.
got nothing
That's what I'm
to
saying.
offer me in return.
$300 voucher spent at Oakover Grounds. Experience the finest offerings in WA's best backyard. Book at oakoverwines.com.au. Lawrence was telling us the story
About a brown sock.
It's coming your way, Lawrence.
It was an
Don't
absolute
be
nightmare.
rude to the guys that are coming over to help you out.
Absolutely been asked to him.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
This is really funny. The
We'll be the
Razzies.
judge of that.
The Razzies.
Oh, yes, okay. So these
Okay.
are the opposite of the Oscars.
The Razzies are out, and Russell Crowe is up for a Razzie for the stupid Exorcist movie that it was in, apparently.
Oh, okay, you're right.
Yeah. Anyway, I was reading through the Razzies and seeing who's up for it, and then there was the worst prequel, remake, rip-off, or sequel.
Okay.
Right? So
been a
here
few.
are the movies that are up for
So
contention.
these are the nominees.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, whatever it is. Terrible.
Quantumania, okay.
Quite terrible. The Exorcist, Believer.
So that's the one that Russell Crowe was nominated for, yeah?
The Expendables 4.
Was that made in the last year?
really there?
Another one of those.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Oh, yeah. It
I
wasn't
don't think I
greatly
saw
widely
it.
received, was it? Oh, here we go. He's clearing his throat, everybody.
And this is Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Soon will be Christopher and Mary Robin.
We should be close now.
We're not going to find them.
We will. Pooh, Piglet, Eeyore, we were friends for many years, and they're out there.
Christopher, we need to leave. Now.
I really need to find out what's happening there, okay?
Years ago, a young boy named Christopher Robin meets and befriends a group of creatures, Owl, Rabbit, Eeyore, Piglet and Winnie the Pooh in the 100-acre wood. However, Christopher leaves, and with the arrival of winter and no food to eat, the creatures begin to starve. In order to survive, they settle on killing and eating Eeyore. They vow to return to their feral instincts and never speak again. 5 years later, Krista, now an adult, having graduated from college, returns to the 100-acre wood, accompanied by his fiancée Mary, only to find the place in a desolate state. The couple is soon ambushed by Piglet, who strangles Mary to death, after which he and Pooh drag Christopher Robin into the woods, showing him Eeyore's skeletal remains and burning Mary's corpse.
Where's Tigger in all of this?
It goes on.
Quentin Tarantino, once again.
Why have we not heard about this? Why is this the first that's being nominated for the Razzie? Why is this the first we're hearing about it?
Is that not insane? So
That's
think about
insane.
that trial unit is here, and this is the Winnie Pooh that we all know and love. Winnie the Pooh Bear.
And he's just eating honey and living his best life.
For sure. That is...
So next year,
They deserve
obviously, this particular category is going to be won by Mean Girls, right?
It's insane. This is the best title ever. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Blood and honey. It makes a great sandwich, Nathan. Try it.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Jordan Usher's going to join us as well, and we're going to get him to play. He's not coming, Amy?
No, we've got a thing to discuss about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
he backed out.
He's just got a text message. His partner isn't well, so he's going to stay home and look after him. And Amy was we're talking in the hallway. I know this is a long, extended conversation, but Amy was like, my husband wouldn't stay home for me. And nor would obviously Shaun for Megan.
I literally would have to be like unable to physically move and talk, I reckon.
But then
to get
still,
him to stay home to
you
look
would still
after
have to drive yourself to the hospital.
Can I just say something? So Amy's obviously
happily married.
Gotten this text off of Jordan.
She's furious.
And because Jordan's doing something lovely and she is fueled with anger over it.
knowing that my husband would not.
Okay.
I said to Amy in the hallway,
How about this? You're sick. right? Will your partner stay home to look after you? And
I'd like to hear this too.
Yeah.
There's no one.
Yeah. Let's go for girls and guys. The people that definitely know their partner will not stay home and
You
look
have to be
after them.
dying for them to help you out.
You know, you've been in the situation for sure. You've been really sick.
Yeah.
You can't function, can't go to work,
Your
you
partner's
can't look
like,
after
nah.
yourself. They're like, I've got to go.
Yeah, they chuck a bowl of water on the ground like you're a dog. We're going to give somebody a $150 petrol voucher. Why not?
Oh, yes.
So
What do you reckon?
Drive yourself to hospital.
Yes, you can. You can visit Joel and his team at Melbourne Mazda for a test drive today. Natalie, you picked up your new Mazda yesterday.
I sure did. Brand new Mazda CX-5. Look at the goods. The smell. The
amazing.
Smell.
Melbourne Mazda.
The best smell going around.
One thing when I started working here was really difficult in that we had so many kids in a short period of time.
Sure.
And I remember the whole time, there was some horrendous stuff going on at my house for a long period
Well, it
of time.
sounds like there was a bit of an orgy there for a minute.
There was some absolutely good times too.
That wasn't the worst of it.
But there was only occasions I thought, this is so bad, I've got to ring our boss.
Yes.
And the boss at the time, and you guys remember how it was.
We were talking about this morning.
It was so... It was impossible.
Anybody using their actual sick leave or carer's leave.
To the point where the building was burning down one day and we just moved into another room. None of us could go home and we just carried on. And that was the attitude of the day. So I think things are maybe temporary.
That also didn't have any children.
But I was talking to Nat as well. I said, like, the same reign of terror. Well, what happened during that time is you would feel sick. And nowadays, they look at sickness in the normal way, which is stay home because no one else wants to get sick. But back then, it was like, you're weak.
Yeah.
Come in here. Stay home if you're weak.
Don't let the team down.
But you don't stay home.
Hey, Melanie, hello.
Hello.
Hey, Mel.
All right, Mel. Now, if you're sick, does your partner stay home?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Okay, tell us the story.
12 years ago, I got diagnosed with breast cancer and had to have chemo.
Yeah.
I used to have chemo on a Friday.
Yeah.
He'd come to chemo with me, but then we'd get home that night and he'd be right, I'm going off to the mate's house to watch football.
Are you still married, Melanie?
No.
Okay.
You can't leave
That's probably the right outcome.
Mel.
Yes, who is suffering cancer to go and drink with your mates.
Mel, how long does chemo go for?
I had chemo for 6 months and then I had radiation for 6 weeks and I had 4 surgeries in 1 year.
Because I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering if you're in it, and I'm wondering if you're in it. If he normalises her chemo, like she's just going to the shops, but it's
After
still
a
at
while.
the court. Yeah, after a while, but it's still. I mean, it's not good on paper or hearing it on the radio.
Thanks, Mel. Jay's in Janebrook. Hello.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Hey, Jay.
Jay, what happens in your relationship? Do you look after one another?
Well, I'll just put it into this perspective. My husband doesn't do hospitals. He doesn't do doctors. He literally has panic attacks. So
he does.
Every time I have to go to the doctors or the hospitals, and I've broken a couple of bones, I've had to ask my mother-in-law or drive myself.
Yes.
However, if I get sick, even the slightest sniffle or tell him I have a migraine, he hovers like a blowfly. He does not leave my side, to the case where I actually have to tell him to leave me alone because he's making me feel worse.
But if a bone is sticking out of your leg and you're bleeding, he'll leave you there.
He'll leave me there and just run as well.
No, he'll look after her while she's there, but he won't take her to hospital.
Do you think that he's hoping that he may get that flu or that?
Oh, he's trying to get it,
and therefore he gets a day off.
No, but the thing is, if he can't get the day off, he'll ring me like 30 times. Are you okay? Have you had enough water? Have you had your Panadol? Do I need to bring anything on the way home? It literally drives me barney, so I have to turn my phone off.
So it's not great.
Will you, if you're lying on the couch sick, will he rub your head or something like that?
Yes.
He's lovely, Jay.
Sean, look at Sean. Have you been sick? Have you been sick and Megan rub your head?
Do you want to make it worse?
Yeah.
We've been married for 26 years and he still does it.
That is fantastic.
God, so many women right now are getting
Our producer
enraged.
Amy is furious. Furious.
When I'm sick, Megan will... Oh, she doesn't come near me anyway, but she will definitely want me to sleep in another room, and she'll just put on this big show,
I thought the
come
nice
nowhere
thing-
near me, spray all around me.
I got a bit sick over our break, and I thought that, and I caught myself catching this thought where I thought if I was with someone right now, if I had a partner, I could lie and they could just fill my back until I went to sleep.
Bring your glasses of water and things.
That's what partners did.
Yeah.
But apparently they don't.
No, I do it.
Well, Jay's does.
Yeah.
So well done,
I definitely
Jay.
do it.
Siobhan's in Bedford. Hello.
Hi, how you going?
Great, Siobhan. What happens in your relationship when someone's sick?
So I had to have a shoulder reconstruction. So my partner just went to work that day, so I Ubered myself to the hospital. I had the reconstruction, and then the next day his brother came and picked me up from hospital, delivered me home. I was in a massive sling, lots of pain. My partner comes home from work that afternoon, kind of walks in the house. Yep, I'm on the couch. Walks into the kitchen. He's like, "What are we having for dinner?"
Is your partner Sean McManus? Is this Megan?
Oh, no.
He looks at me on the couch and he's like, "All right, babe, like, what are we having for dinner?" And I kind of look at him and I'm, drugged up to my eyeballs and I've got ice pack on and I can't really, move much. And I was like, I don't know, babe. Do you want me to make something for you? And he's like, "Oh, nah. I should probably do it, shouldn't I?"
Siobhan, look, he probably should, but Siobhan, I like to argue for him. You have been home all day.
Thank you, Nathan. That was really good of you. Hey, let's not forget my time. Every time I have an operation, what happens?
True. Nobody. You said it.
No one gives a shit.
Who's the last person that offered to pick you up from the hospital? My mum. And they're not married. They just have sex.
Everybody. That's why she's more invested.
Well, I know it's guaranteed at the end she'll stroke my forehead.
Give the prize away.
Amongst other things, Sean.
Everybody we just spoke to is in the running to go and see Taylor Swift in Tokyo, of course.
They were fantastic. $150 petrol voucher. Visit Joel and his team at Melville Mazda for a test drive today. Go and see the guys. Look, Jay, I'm going to give it to her because her husband is a unicorn.
I know, but
it's not because it's like me.
No, if there's blood or
injury, hospitals.
Yeah.
You can't visit her at hospital or take her to a doctor. But also, she finds it annoying, which is even funnier.
That's funny.
Well done.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.